2018 Maserati Quattroporte review. The good points of Maserati Quattroporte: immense presence, air of exclusivity, sporty driving experience, petrol engines oil drama. The bad points of Maserati Quattroporte: lacks cutting-edge technology, pre-facelift interiors feel cheap, and limousine-like ride. Everything sounds better in Italian, something the Maserati Quattroporte literally four-door has proved through various generations since 1963. Mainstream large saloons have serious names that could look equally in your house on a submarine or part of construction equipment. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class, BMW 7 Series and Audi A8, one example is. Those, with the Jaguar XJ and Porsche Panamera, include the Quattroporte's chief rivals. This Italian offering is a thing a bit totally different from a car having a name that sounds romantic and intriguing, notable, and an engine lineup that generates equally sensational oil drama. Range lacks rivals complexity. Following the Range's 2016 facelift, which introduced a sharper grille design and increased levels of technology, you've got three flavors of Quattroporte available: Standard, Gran Lusso and Gran Sport. The latter two differ visually and ethos, using the Gran Lusso dedicated to being more cosseting and traditional, the Gran Sport appearing bolder and much more aggressive. Regardless, you can anticipate 19, 20 and 21-inch alloy wheels, enormous brakes, a mechanical limit slip differential and skyhook active suspension damping. Equipment-wise, you will discover driver assistance systems, the original Maserati analog clock, supple leather interiors, sat-nav as well as a Harman Kardon stereo audio. 2 petrol engines plus a diesel. The inclusion of your diesel engine would have been a first for your Quattroporte. It's manufactured by fellow Italian firm VM Motori as opposed to Maserati itself, and features AdBlue exhaust after-treatment technology in reducing harmful emissions. For actuality, this could be the one you would like: a 3.0-litre twin-turbo V6 that delivers suitable mid-range grunt without costing planet Earth to run. It's the V6 and V8 petrols that could set the knees wobbling though, because of a fantastic soundtrack and rapid performance, dispatching the 062 mph sprint in 5.1 and 4.7 seconds respectively. An 8-speed automatic gearbox links the engine on the rear wheels. The UK misses on the 4-wheel drive option and enables you to tailor the driving experience between serene shore-like smoothness and rapid, punch-and-buck style shifts. Diesel engine appeals for the head, but the petrols will delight your heart. Near supercar performance with the GTS. There's not just a 4-cylinder engine on the horizon here, and definitely nothing below the 275 horsepower mark. Expect powerful performance whichever Quattroporte you decide on. All three engines utilize an 8-speed automatic gearbox expressed by ZF. It's an excellent transmission which permits you to drive smoothly and quietly under normal running conditions in spite of the massive level of power on tap. To fully exploit the vehicle, you'll desire to select the Sport Drivetrain mode, which arranges the gear shifts, throttle response and stability control system for enthusiastic driving. It also helps to make the exhaust louder and is also worth activating for this function alone. There is really a fully manual mode, which for the Standard and Gran Lusso models is controlled using forward and backwards movements within the gear shifter. The Gran Sport gets standard steering wheel mounted pedals which can be optional within the other two cars. Single diesel engine. If you're a firm car driver or considering keeping your running costs down, relatively speaking, then your 3.0-litre V6 diesel needs to be jumping off of the page at you. It's expressed by engine builder VM Motori as an alternative to Maserati, and is also found in the Ghibli Saloon and Levante SUV. It features AdBlue technology, calling upon a refillable detergent in lessening nitrous oxide NOx emissions on the exhausts. You receive a single turbocharger that can help boost capacity to 275 horsepower, but more to the point you get 600 Newton meters of torque, greater than the V6 in support of a little less as opposed to V8s between 2,002, 600 revolutions per minute. There is often a slight delay since the diesel unit enters its stride bit from towards the arrival of peak power at 4,000 revolutions per minute. There's strong acceleration, resulting in 0.62 miles per hour duration of 6.4 seconds, having a top speed of 156 miles per hour. It even sounds good, although somewhat clattery at startup as well as low speeds, but this offers way to your deep and bassy rumble because you pick up momentum. It's less appealing because the petrol engines, but it really sounds really good indeed for just a diesel duo of sporty petrol engines. Here is how the heart on the Maserati lies. Plus it starts that as a 3.0-litre V6 petrol engine producing 410 horsepower and 550 Newton meters of torque due to two turbochargers for that Quattroporte S. This entry petrol unit delivers its power a little earlier compared to diesel and across a wider rev range, with torque plateauing from 1,750 revolutions per minute to 5,000 revolutions per minute. It's quicker too, using a top speed of 177 miles per hour and 0.62 miles per hour, period of 5.1 seconds. Although it's less powerful compared to the V8, this model carries less weight overall and specifically above the front wheels, producing more agile direction changes. Like greater engine, the V6 petrol is put together by Maserati in partnership with Ferrari, and it is built with the latter in Maranello. While your brain might be letting you know to buy the diesel, it's the GTS's V8 that gives the most emotional response. It also follows the long Maserati lineage of 8-cylinder power plants. Unlike its predecessors, the Quattroporte's twin-turbo, 3.8-litre unit delivers 530 horsepower at 6,800 revolutions per minute and contains a mid-range torque punch of 650 Newton meters or 710 Newton meters on overboost from 2,004,000 revolutions per minute. It's small compared to before, but gets the highest specific output number of bhp per litre of displacement as well as the highest specific torque too. This engine packs a great deal of power due to the size. As you should expect, 0.62 miles per hour occurs quickly, in a mere 4.7 seconds, causing the car the quickest accelerating forwards or in Maserati's history. Top speed from the GTS? 192 miles per hour. Handling improves in sport mode, but ride quality suffers because of this. Greater agility than most on this segment. The very first thing to remember when getting behind the wheel on the Quattroporte is, despite its body shrinking styling, this is usually a big car that has a long wheelbase and several weight to maneuver. That said, it manages this bulk very effectively, with minimal body roll present, specifically when you activate the Skyhook adaptive damper's sportier setting. While some multi-mode suspension setups on other cars are indistinguishable, the Quattroporte presents two distinct driving experiences with the press of a button. In normal driving conditions it is about the firm side but compliant, with lumps and bumps isolated through the cabin and incredibly little sway on the body. The steering is light and reactive to inputs and not twitchy, aiding you smooth out sweeping corners instead of darting over the road. Press the damper switch next towards the gear shifter and everything firms up. The wheel becomes weightier plus much more sensitive, plus the body feels a lot more tied down. In truth, it's somewhat too solid for lumpy roads, plus your passengers won't appreciate for leaving it selected for days on end. A better compromise is always to sharpen the drivetrain by leaving the suspension alone, contributing to fast and bullish performance that is a ride more suitable for transporting important dignitaries. Luxurious, leather-lined cabin ambience. Two distinct interior themes to select from. Improvements followed 2016 facelift. It's a fantastic feeling getting behind the wheel of any powerful sports limo like this, as well as the experience is created all the better within the whole with the attractive and ergonomically laid out cabin. The controls is quite large in diameter. Opt for your optional leather upgrade and yes, it feels fantastic to support. Electrically operated seats assist you to sink down, enhancing the headspace right in front and giving the driving position a low-slung feel. Do this though and you must set the wheel superb in order not to obscure dials. Elsewhere from the cabin you will find a few disappointments, such as being the quality of some in the switches, those around the wheel especially, as well as the graphics within the sat-nav system, which might be starting to look dated on earlier quattroportes, specifically in comparison with all the competition. In conjunction using the styling revisions and technology enhancements introduced in summer 2016, the multimedia system was significantly improved and enlarged, together using a rotary controller to supplement the touchscreen functions. Front seats are particularly sumptuous. Cabin relatively quiet despite engine's bark. Not the maximum amount of rear seat room as rivals. As a huge limo, this really should be where the Quattroporte scores some serious points, and we're thrilled to report that it can, to a degree. While there's a lot of space all around, especially inside the back where passengers can also enjoy enormous amounts of leg and headroom, the ride doesn't quite give you the wafty experience you'd expect, especially for the larger 20-inch wheels. It's not uncomfortable, and positively on motorway you won't find much to complain about, but at lower speeds there's an obvious firmness to your setup. That's true with the seats too, that offers a good amount of support but feel hard. A lack of squashiness may be perceived as a bad point, but we found the Maserati's seats encouraged better posture and left us with less backache than normal. Double glazed windows cut wind and road noise to your whisper at cruising speeds. There exists barely a murmur in the engine either. It's a genuinely lovely destination for a spender trip. Distinctive searches for Grand Sport and Grand Lusso models. All quattroportes are generously appointed. Unique ways to trim and decor in your home. Following summertime 2016 range refresh, the Quattroporte was accessible in 3 trim levels. Standard, not in conjunction together with the GTS V8 engine, Grand Lusso and Grand Sport. Standard Maserati Quattroporte equipment. Calling the least expensive Quattroporte standard or entry-level feels harsh considering what equipment may be lavished upon them. You receive a mechanical limit slip differential, skyhook electronically variable active damping, 8-speed automatic transmission, Bixen and headlights with LED day running lights plus an adaptive front lighting system with headlamp washers and LED taillights. Solid paint is standard, as is also chrome exterior trim, heated windscreen washer nozzles and automatically dimming, powered and heated exterior mirrors. Safety-wise you obtain dual stage front airbags plus side and window airbags, active cruise control, tire pressure monitor and electronic stability control. There's also searching for parking brake with hill holder for convenience, as well as enough track vehicle tracking system if your worst happens and also your car is stolen. There's a great deal of tech included, for instance front and rear parking sensors, full-color multimedia displays, sat-nav, radio, CD-DVD player, SD card watcher, plus USB, Bluetooth and OIN connectivity, played via a Harman Kardon head unit. Keyless entry and starting, an automatically dimming rear view mirror, dual zone automatic climate control and rain sensing wipers are standard, too. Helping you have in is a straightforward entry-exit system, plus electrically adjustable front seats and also a 4060 split rear seat. On the styling front you will get headrests by having an embossed Trident logo, a multifunction tire power adjustable and knob in fine poltrona frau leather. Grand Lusso was one on the trim levels introduced as part with the 2016 refresh. The exterior is hallmarked with a front bumper design to showcase the Quattroporte's elegance, which has a discreet spoiler and the chrome detailing, that has a less fussy diffuser design for the back. Alloy wheels are 20 inches in diameter and shroud black brake calipers. The Grand Lusso's interior showcases Maseratis using silk within the seats, doors, headlining and sun visors, offset against open Parodica wood dashboard appliques. Additionally you'll find electrically adjustable pedals, 4-zone climate control and also a heated rear seat. Its alter ego may be the Grand Sport, immediately noticeable outside by way of a more aggressive bumper and grille design, full of black and carbon fiber detailing. There's an even more pronounced, black finished rear diffuser, while 21-inch alloys with red brake calipers complete the appearance. Inside you'll find sports seats right in front and rear, with an increase of side bolstering and piano black interior trim. Gear changes could be actioned with all the aluminium paddles within the steering column. Optional Maserati Quattroporte accessories. Depending about the chosen trim level, various additional features might be specified at extra expense. Optional equipment is usually bought individually or grouped together in packs, such as the rear seat entertainment pack, which adds screens, wireless headphones and folding tables, as well as the convenience pack, which gets that you simply powered boot lid, rear parking camera, rear door keyless entry system and garage door opener. There is a Zegna pack which nets you an extended poltrona Frau fine grain leather interior in black, red or tan, plus dark grey silk detailing for the seat centers, headlining, sun visors and door panels. The previously available luxury and sport packs were replaced from the Grand Lusso and Grand Sport trim levels introduced in 2016. Safety equipment improved during 2016 facelift. Not exactly cutting-edge kit, nevertheless it works well. Two specialist being crash-tested by Euro NCAP. While the Maserati Quattroporte hasn't been crash-tested from the safety experts at Euro NCAP, a powerful chassis and many standard kit should mean it's a good place in which to visit. All grades get bright Bixen and headlamps with the adaptive front lighting system, so you'll have the capacity to see easily within the dark. There are also dual stage front airbags for your driver and passenger plus side and window airbags. An electronic stability control product is installed too, along which is a tire pressure monitoring system plus a can of tire sealing compound with the electric air compressor within the boot. Alarm-wise, you have sensors in the vehicle and an anti-lift device, including a NAVTRAC vehicle tracking system that can help prevent theft. As part in the 2016 revisions, additional safety kit became available will include a 360-degree camera system, adaptive cruise control to take care of a predetermined gap for the vehicle before and blind spot warning to alert you to traffic approaching from behind you could have missed inside your mirrors. Cabin is large but more snug than you'd expect. Decent volume of oddments safekeeping. Boot configuration is typical with this class. This is often a big car, and although you'd expect there to be a great deal of space inside, it's more snug versus the Maserati Quattroporte's considerable 5,264mm length suggests. You can stretch out within the back, even behind a tall driver, however it's far cozier than you would experience inside back of any Mercedes-Benz class, also a standard wheelbase one. There are several little touches that amplify the Quattroporte's practical side. Electric sun blinds inside rear doors is usually deployed on the driver's seat to shield the face of your sleeping toddler or celebrity passenger, while unsightly cup holders are hidden away behind a veneered flap next towards the gear lever. There's another sizable hidey hole beneath the central armrest. The boot provides a generous 530 litres of space to your bags of golf equipment or folded-up pushchairs, which has a 60 hours 40 minutes split folding rear seat to increase flexibility.